We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Good afternoon and evening. It is a beautiful afternoon of football. We are getting ready for Anzac Day clash here. FK Beograd taking on the Modbury Jets in round 7 of the RAA NPLSA. Big fixture coming up, and no club does it better than FK Beograd here at One Solution Park in the western suburbs. I'm your host, Johnny Kecko. Big night of football alongside Mark Talbot, my co-host tonight. Mark, what a great occasion it is here tonight.
Yeah, it's a fantastic occasion and a great night for it.
Absolutely. And we're also joined at the start of the show by local member of Cheltenham and also the Minister of Veteran Affairs, Joe Sockarch. Thanks for joining me, Joe.
Absolute pleasure. Good to be with you.
It's a busy day for you. Being the Minister of Veteran Affairs, obviously an important day today, Anzac Day is. And how important is it to be able to commemorate an occasion just like we are today?
Look, it's super important. Anzac Day is amongst the most critically important days of our country. You know, we pause to reflect on the service that those before us have given. We reflect on what conflict and war means. You know, particularly for migrant communities that are so central to football culture here in South Australia. You know, here at Belgrade, myself being Hungarian background, we know what post-war conflict means with World War II. So today's been a really poignant day, but also as we come sort of towards the evening, to see clubs like this get behind supporting the recognition in a really open way is great to see, and congratulations to the two clubs involved. The more that we can bring community into to commemorating this really important day, the better it is.
Look, for me, it is such a massive day, and viewers won't know how big an advocate you are for our grassroots football. How important is it for you to bring the grassroots football into an evening like this that promotes that to the youth?
Look, grassroots is where it all is, and whether it's grassroots football or whether it's grassroots community organising, that's where real change happens. Yesterday I had the great privilege as Minister announcing a new grant funding round, in fact the biggest grant funding round that we've ever made as a government, or in fact in the history of Veterans Affairs, $328,000 of new grant funding to grassroots organisations for commemoration for World War II and Anzac Day and so on. Because grassroots organisations, whether it be RSLs or football clubs, get really great bang for buck. They're super connected to community and they tell a really unique story. And the service tonight will be part of that unique story of our area here in the western suburbs is really unique from just down the road and just down there, but all those stories matter, and grassroots organisations do the best job of that. And
FK Belgrade, you've been part of helping this club out, obviously a local club, and also Vipers down the road, another one part of the Cheltenham, Cheltenham where you look after. But how important is it, clubs like this and what they're doing for the community overall?
Super important. I'm really proud as a local Member of Parliament to have some fantastic community clubs in my area. As you mentioned, here and Vipers down the road, and then you've got all different codes. And myself, having grown up in Royal Park, feel this club's pretty close to heart for me. Seeing that half the board, I think, live in the 3 streets around me. But supporting community clubs is really what's so important. Better facilities, better lighting, and frankly, to give better vehicles for kids to be doing something other than being on their phones.
Yeah.
And football particularly is one of those things where boys and girls have always participated. We've seen the success of both men's and women's boys and girls programs. So we're really proud to support it. I'm really lucky as a local MP to have great community clubs in my area, and always will back them in.
Well, it's probably been a very long day for you, obviously dawn service early this morning. Now you're here late at night to come and chat to us and also get behind FK Beograd and the commemoration they're doing for Anzac Day. Better let you go so you can go and maybe have a beer, maybe a quiet beer?
Absolutely. Anzac Day is one of those very rare occasions where with other veterans you share a beer pretty early in the morning, so I think it's only appropriate we go and have a good beer in the bar now.
Well, all the best, mate, and thank you for everything you do for the local football and also for the community in general in Cheltenham and also in South Australia. All the best with the future, mate, and thank you again for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Brilliant. There is Joe Sockarch there from the Minister of Veteran Affairs. Well, thank you so much for everything you've done. We're going to welcome in the President now for FK Beograd. He's just over there hiding from us at the moment. But we know how much Joe's done for local football, but someone like Andrew's done a lot at FK Beograd. Andrew, welcome aboard. Another big occasion. Third year that you've done it in the NPL, and it's been a massive occasion. How are you feeling ahead of tonight?
Good to have you here first, and feeling okay. Yeah, it's just hopefully we get the win, and then we'll all be happy.
Well, big crowd expected tonight. Obviously, they're not at the stands just yet. Inside, keeping warm and having a drink and some chivaps, I'm sure. But obviously, a lot of work goes into an occasion like tonight. Volunteers putting a little effort into this. How's it been? Everyone gathering around to get ready for tonight's occasion.
Look, I think we start planning probably 4 to 6 weeks before. Obviously, getting all the logistics sorted out, but still, nothing's ever organised 100%. And the morning before the game, there's always things to do because always someone forgets to do something, or someone's shut the door, someone's sick. So we always sort of on high alert in the morning. I missed the Anzac Day march for the first time in 10 years this morning, I'm not really happy about that. But that's what you do for your local club.
And so you certainly do. Now, you're going to do one tonight for us then in that case?
No marching.
Some big plans though. It's the third year. It's getting incredible every year. I tune in just for the start of this game if I can normally. So it is such a massive, massive game.
Oh, look, I think, speaking to a lot of people, I think sport is a way of channeling emotions and recognising events. And I think as a club, and as just in general, I think more sporting clubs should be, doing the Anzac Day, the Remembrance Day, and all those special days that mean a lot to people from Australia. And I think we need to collectively do more. So it's not just about winning, but it's about promoting the game and promoting the past and recognising that, because clearly without those people, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be possible. So.
Well, it's good to see there's other clubs doing it as well today. There's West Adelaide as well. They had the double header in today's occasion. So it's good to see clubs getting behind it and really putting some effort into the local side of things as well. But as a club as well today, big game for you guys. Let's talk about that. 3-0 win last week. As a president, you must be a little bit relieved to get that win in the cup as well.
Well, I think we're doing well in the cup. I think we're in the quarterfinals, so we've got a home game against another local Western suburb side, Fulham. In the league, we're still second to bottom, so we're never happy anyway. We're an old club. We need to be in the finals. We're probably the big 3 or 4 clubs in the league. We always have been. And I think that's our task. As volunteers, we want to get this club back to the greats of 70s and 80s and 90s. So it's a lot of work, but I think you can see slowly, clearly. You spoke to Joe before, but with the help of the Labor government in the last 8 years. Basically, we've got brand new lights, brand new facilities. Our grounds are up to scratch. We're building a new complex there for the juniors starting in July at Fulham. So there's things that we do that you can't see, and hopefully that'll come into fruition basically for the next generation of kids. And the kids that are 8 or 9 and 10, they'll reap the rewards of all the hard work.
And you guys have put a lot of hard work in. I've seen how much has changed over the last at least couple of years. You've got One Solution is now the sponsor, naming rights sponsor of the park here. So, but also you got the big screen just to the left of us. But also tonight, it's the first time you got the built-in speakers that I've heard nice blasting the Serbian anthem not that long ago.
Well, we did that. I think it was done Wednesday. So that's been 2 years in the making and stuff as well. So it's just, like I said, at local level, to raise $25,000 to do something, it's very hard. One Solution tipped in a lot of money to help us get that through. And like I said, the little things just professionalise everything. Clearly there's no return on investing, that's a local sport, but we're setting a standard, and I think that's what we all should be aspiring to.
But no local club sets up for profit. They set up to provide a service for the community. And I'm old now. I've seen this club many years ago, and the improvements that has happened, not just in the last few years, as you mentioned, John, but over the last 25 years and 30 years, going back to when I first started playing here, it's just been massive. And that's what it's all about, just building something for the community.
Yeah. And look, at the end of the day, the suburbs are growing here in the western suburbs. There's so many more houses being built, and you need to be a service provider for someone just to play sport. Not everyone's going to be a professional, but if you can get people off the street, get them a little bit fit, enjoy themselves, mixing with different cultures, I think that helps in their growth stages.
We're talking about professional as well. Just only 2 weeks ago, Dakota Oshernham, you signed him. Only had him for a short stint because now he's off to the A-League, Melbourne City. Hopefully he'll be back soon. But how great is that to be able to give him that little bit of a platform before he heads back into the A-League?
Oh well, I think there's 9 players currently playing in the A-League that played at this club. So that's huge. I mean, people don't probably realise that, but the Player of the Year, Brian Celtic at Central Coast, played here. Nick Malelsnich played. I coached him in juniors under 12. He's still playing at Perth. So there are success stories. No one really talks about them. But Dakota's another one. Been here for 4 weeks, basically, and just been picked up by an A-League club. He was at Adelaide City for 4 years. No one didn't get a sniff. So I always say to everyone, a lot of these clubs that were founded in the 40s and the 50s and 60s, there's a lot of heritage behind them. And I think the people that are involved in soccer sort of do watch eagerly, and they sort of anticipate. So that's a good thing for us, good thing for kids, a great platform. It's a club that most people watch and pay attention to. But, it doesn't help us as a club. We lose the best goalkeeper in the state, which is, but that's just what you do. You're a platform for people for success stories. So
not only have they gone on to the A-League, but you've also got players that have come back from the A-League in your community, well, what we'll say community, but your team here, where you've got the likes of the Constantopoulos boys and Cooper Nunn, who I believe also played at a professional level. So they're also coming back here.
And your junior technical director, who's joining me in commentary a bit later on, Michael Jakobsen as well.
Michael Jakobsen,
there he is
over there. But, most people don't know that he scored a goal against Tevez for Man United at Old Trafford. Not many people know that. So he's smiling over there. People don't know that sort of stuff, right? So you've got people that have played at the top professional level, and now they're TDs of under 12s, under 13s in local grounds, basically with just okay facilities coming from Old Trafford, to the grassroots, and that's basically what football's all about. It's a poor man's sport.
Yep.
I keep telling everyone that it's not about money. I know there's a lot of money going around, but it's a poor man's sport. Every single person should be able to play football, and I think that's the key for the sport.
Absolutely.
I think people need to know that.
Absolutely. Well, we better let you go. I want some chivaps. One thing you promised me is that there'll be some chivaps for after the game.
Yeah, and chicken wings.
Chicken wings. All right, done. Can't wait for that. We got a lot more still to come in the pre-game show. The commemoration for the Anzac Day is coming up soon. But right now, we caught up with Jared Clark, who scored the equaliser in last year's Anzac Day clash against Campbelltown City. We caught up with him moments ago. Jared, a big game today, Anzac Day. It's the third one. It's been a massive broadcast. I've been in the NPL. How are you feeling and the boys feeling to play on such a huge occasion?
Obviously, like you said, Anzac Day fixture. We've had it the last few years, so it's been something nice to sort of be a part of. And as you can see, the pitch, we actually just got reseeded, so we're looking forward to playing on that, but then also the big crowd that will come as well, being a standalone game as well,
Talking about big crowd, last year you got to circle it all up, 96th minute equaliser against Campbelltown in this same occasion on Anzac Day. What was that like to be a part of it and just to be able to do it on such a huge occasion?
Obviously, really special moment. But it was good to come away from that game with something. We thought we deserved something, but like you said, in front of a big crowd to do that, especially at home, really good feeling.
And how special is it to be able to recognise Anzac Day here? Only a few clubs do it. You guys do it very well as well here at Frank Mitchell Park. But how important is it for you and the boys to be able to be a part of something like this?
Massive to be a part of it. My great-grandfather, he was actually a prisoner of war during the Second World War in Burma. So, for me, on a personal level, it's something special to be able to be a part of it, but then also us here sort of as a local community and then embracing it as Australians as well is a big thing.
Well, all the best, mate, in today's occasion. Good luck today, and wish you all the best on the pitch.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
The park. And finds his way to Joel Allwright. Can he do something on his magical night?
we heard how loud that crowd was last year.
Yeah, it was a massive crowd last year, and they certainly won't want to leave it till the 96th minute this year. They'll want to have it over and done with a lot sooner than that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the commemoration's starting very soon. We know what they put a lot of effort into this. They do the national anthem of Australia, obviously, and also the Serbian national anthem. It's a huge occasion. A lot of clubs are putting a lot of effort into this now. It's good to see. But this club have just been doing that little bit extra over the last few years, especially.
Yeah, they have, and I think it's sort of they kick-started it all. Like they did a massive one the first year. Yep. It's only gotten bigger for them, and now the other clubs are starting to tag on and do the same sort of thing, which is great to see.
Yeah,
it really is.
It absolutely is, because there's a lot that goes into it. As we spoke with Andrew earlier, and also with Joe. It's good to see the local side of things. Our Minister of Veteran Affairs, we don't see what they actually do, but when you keep track of what they actually do, they're out all day looking at all different events and also going out to clubs like this. So I've seen him at this ground a few times now, supporting the club and just on his days off. So it's good. It's really good to see he's not only doing it because of his job, but he's also doing it because he actually loves the grassroots football.
Yeah, that's the thing, and he loves the community,
yeah.
And that's what it's all about for him. And as you said, it is a lot of publicity. He's always out there. He's always got to get his face out there and do the right things, and he's clearly doing that because everyone here loves him.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. And I've had the pleasure of chatting to him prior to that, and he's a really nice guy. But let's talk about the football as well, because we're also here for football. Yep. It's Anzac Day. It's good to have that game, but it's also great to see some football out here tonight, because look at the pitch. Looking not too bad. They've just freshly seeded it, so they're looking forward to playing out there on that tonight. Well,
the pitch, I walked across it. It's a little bit soft at the moment, but as a footballer, you prefer that. It's a little bit slippery as well, which means the ball's going to skid along quite nicely. So when you zip some passes about, it's going to go. So it'll be interesting to see who can handle that pitch and who can actually cope with it quicker than the other. I did see in the earlier match as well, they were trying to do some defending, and they conceded their fourth goal, FK Beograd. He slipped in the box when he went to try and kick, and it wasn't a great defending, but hopefully we don't see that in this game as well from either side. Well, hopefully they've seen that and they'll have the appropriate footwear to prevent that. Well, it's big game for both sides. We're looking forward to seeing how they both come into this game. Obviously on second to last at the moment, FK Beograd, but if they do win tonight, they will guarantee no lower than 9th, I'm pretty sure, is what the standing looks like at the moment. So it's an important 3 points for them on the tally tonight. Yeah, it certainly is, because we all know they didn't have the best of starts. No. They were playing good football, but it wasn't for 90 minutes. They've now started to get some results. They start to find some form. And then Modbury haven't also had the best of starts either. So it's a real big game for both clubs, both needing 3 points. Exactly. And, well, obviously coming off a 4-1 loss against Metro Stars last week, in the Cup. So they're out of the Cup now, Modbury Jets. So now they just focus on the league now as well. So they're going to be putting a lot of focus. Got a couple of players coming in as well. We heard from Modbury Jets head coach, who we'll be hearing from him a bit later on. But it's going to be an interesting game on the park here tonight for both sides. Yeah, it certainly will be. There could be some big ins for Modbury, which will help. We'll find that out later once we did speak to tomorrow. So we'll see what that does for them, because it could make big changes for them. Absolutely. And the rain's held off at the moment, which is good. Shouldn't have said that on broadcast, because now that's going to go. But it's good that it's held off now, because it was raining earlier on, but you actually can see the sky now, not the clouds. So that's a good sign. Yeah, it was raining a bit earlier, and that's why that pitch now is just a nicely wet, just enough for the ball to skid, so hopefully it stays away. Otherwise, I think that will make the game very difficult if it does start to rain. Absolutely, it will make it very difficult. Well, we've had some other games happening around the grounds today. Have you been able to keep track of it all? I have kept the track of a few of them, yes. But it's good to see these other games going on as well. We had Adelaide City hosting their event today, and also in the WNPL we had West Adelaide as well. Yes, so we had West Adelaide, we had Adelaide City, which Adelaide City came away with the win over Croydon 2-1 in the end, I think it was. West Adelaide demolished Cove, from what I'm hearing. It was about 7-0 or something like that. That's in the State League 1. Well, obviously the WNPL hasn't started yet. The WNPL hasn't started. They kick off, I think, at the same time as this game, at 7 o'clock it is. And then we obviously had the games last night as well on the Anzac weekend. Yes. So we had Adelaide Uni played Eastern in State League 2. We had Comets played last night against Adelaide Raiders. Yes, and the Raiders lost there as well. So they're also in the Cup. So it'll be interesting to see if FK Beograd will come up against them, if they both can win. I think that's what everyone's hoping for. Yeah, could you imagine a semi-final qualification round to get into the Australia Cup against those two? Or, if not, it'll be the Federation Cup final. It'll be the final, exactly. Yes, so keep an eye on that one. Yeah, we do have to keep an eye on that one for sure. But we're not too far away now from the commemoration starting, but
It's all starting to build now. We're seeing the crowd building in. It's good to see Friday night football here in the western suburbs. It's something special, isn't it?
It is fantastic. I mean, I walked in and the crowd, and I've been here an hour now, and the crowd was starting to build then, and they're all inside having their food and drinks and things like that. So it is great. It will be a decent crowd. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, I hope you've got your jacket to rug up in that," but it's actually not very cold out here.
No,
it's actually quite nice. It's just that it rained.
Yes, exactly.
As simple as that.
I'm actually in a nice t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's comfortable.
Yeah,
which is good. But it will be cold a bit later, I reckon, if the wind comes through.
I hope so, because I've got a beanie on. Otherwise, I'll have it on for nothing.
Well, let's just quickly, while we're waiting still, we'll quickly highlight a couple of players that are back in full fitness for both sides. Well, we got Jordan O'Dowdy, who's been back now. He was out last year for a bit. Cameron O'Dowdy, he's back from injury as well, which is great to see. And also Hamish McCabe out last week. Yeah,
we just mentioned it earlier. There are some big ins for Modbury to have them back in the side. Working obviously just towards some match fitness, but we know what Hamish McCabe can do in this league.
Yep.
So he's a massive, massive in for Modbury.
Yes, and also Jamie Signorello in goals. This is his third game now for FK Beograd. He was one of 3 of goalkeepers last year that were in turn last year, but now he's the number 1 because Dakota's gone, Kavanagh's gone to Sturt. But obviously a big game for him now, being at home here in front of a home crowd after a clean sheet last week.
Yeah, look, he's got some work ahead of him, that's for sure, because he's come in as the number 1 now. Kavanagh, obviously, as you said, he's gone to Sturt. So they lost Dakota, massive loss for FK Beograd. It would be a big loss for any club to lose a goalkeeper of his stature. So Signorello's got some big boots to fill, but he did it last year. He played the whole second half of last season, and he did a great job. So it's nothing new to him.
No, absolutely. But now he's in goals. He's looking forward to tonight, I'm sure of it as well. And also, unfortunately, Ninko Beric is out with an ACL. So very disappointing to see that for him, and hopefully a speedy recovery.
Yeah, well, you never want to see an injured player, that's for sure. It's not fair on anyone.
Absolutely. Well, the commemoration is starting for Anzac Day here. We'll head to that. We'll be back on the other side with kick-off very soon.
Grab yourself some food and drink and enjoy what will hopefully be a very entertaining game of football.
Knickar off me. Thank you.
What a great occasion that is there from FK Beograd, putting on an absolute incredible commemoration for Anzac Day. Your host Johnny Keko, your commentator for today's occasion, alongside former FK Beograd player and also captain for Adelaide United in Michael Jakobsen. Good to have you, mate, and you're also the technical director here at FK Beograd as well. Good to have you in the commentary box.
You should have something.
Yeah. Good occasion to do it.
It's a big occasion here, and it also means a lot for the club. We spoke about it a little bit earlier, what it actually means for the club to be able to put something on just like this in tonight's occasion. But before we do, we caught up with the head coaches prior to this fixture. Let's have a listen to the home coach in Adrian Deloya ahead of tonight's game. Adrian, coming into this game, you're coming off the back of a 3-0 win to Olympic. How you guys been feeling and preparing for this big occasion here today?
Yeah, it's interesting. We played Easter Monday. Now it's obviously Anzac Day on a Friday, so it's only a 4-day turnaround for us. So not a lot of training this week, just a recovery session and a light session last night. So feeling very good, to be honest. We've, in all competitions, we've won 4 of our last 5 games. So the boys are very confident, and yeah, like you said, against Olympic, 3 goals, clean sheet into the quarterfinal, no injuries. So yeah, the boys are feeling good.
Obviously, we know Oshingham went out to Melbourne City, an injury replacement there. Signorello's come in. He's had a good game, a clean sheet last week. How's he feeling in the squad? And also, what other changes have you made coming into today's game?
Yeah, look, Jamie's been with the club for 3+ years now. So he played the majority of games last season. Absolute professional, has been excellent even when Dakota was playing, and yeah, for me it's I'm very comfortable with Jamie playing, so no issues there. Compared to the Olympic game, we just made one change where Ethan Harrington comes in at left back. The rest is the same 11. Finally get Yudai Koke, our Japanese boy, who was with us last year, on the bench, so he's been missing since round 1. So that'll give us a boost off the bench as well. But yeah, we're very fit and healthy squad at the moment. Everyone's fit, besides unfortunately Ninko Beric, who's out for the season.
Well, all the best today and good luck with today's game.
Thanks, guys.
And unfortunately, he is out for the rest of the season due to an ACL injury. So hope a speedy recovery there for Ninko Beric. And let's cross to Morris Natali very quickly. Morris, big occasion here today, coming off the back of a loss against Metro Stars in the Cup, but now back into round 7. A couple of big changes. You've got Connor Dowdy and Hamish McKay coming back into the squad. How are you guys getting ready for today's game?
Yeah, look, like any other week, so it's another game for us. We need points, obviously, so that's been made very clear to the players. So, yeah, nothing's changed, just, obviously getting Hamish in. Came off a long layoff, so getting him back in, starting now, will be a big bonus for us.
Obviously being... and we're underway down here. FK Beograd taking on Modbury Jets in Anzac Day clash for the RAA NPLSA. Round 7 fixture. A big occasion here. And you can hear the crowd building. It is nice and loud. The juniors in the background really getting behind the home crowd here tonight. And we're just underway.
Oh, I've got a head collision already.
It's not a great way to start it all off, as we do get a quick call from the benches to have a look at the 2 players on the ground at the moment. Head collision. And that's even before I got a chance to welcome in my co-host and co-commentator for tonight, Michael Jakobsen. Michael, not a great way to start the game, but, well, it's just a lot of atmosphere down here tonight as well, isn't there?
Yeah, well, we have our ultras over there in the corner. They're here every game. It's good. It's good. We have a lot of juniors, as you said before, coming up. Back in our seniors, a lot of them, I think, they have a dream of representing the club one day. So yeah, it's good for them to come out and be a part of it.
Really adding a bit of atmosphere down here at One Solution Park. It's a free kick for Konstantopoulos. And FK Belgrade are kicking to the right of your screens in their all red and blue shorts. A brand new kit just in time for today's big game. The new home kit for 2025. Sent into the area. Trimboli gets it in. Across the face, and only opportunity for the home side. And no one there to finish it off. Disappointing from the home side to not really capitalise on that early opportunity just in the opening minute.
It looked like something to practice on the training pitch. Really well done. Unfortunately, no one came to the end of it. Yeah, good start for Beograd. Putting a lot of pressure on already.
McCabe. Straight to Signorello. It's Jamie Signorello, obviously now in goals. After number 1, Dakota Oshnam, gone to Melbourne City. Not the first time in the A-League, obviously with Adelaide United a few years ago. And during COVID in 2020 season. Moved to Adelaide City, where he's been up until this point. Before coming to Beograd, Falco goes short to throw Nyankuru. Now Beograd really pushing up forward to try and get into the area. Nyankuru. Francesca tries to find a ball through. Signorello. Risky ball. So Dowdy was lurking. Committee, sorry. For Modbury Jets. Signorello. Beograd have had a not too bad start in these opening 3 minutes. Jakobsen?
No, they come out. It looks like they're more aggressive, quite composed on the ball. Which is what we saw as well against Olympic last week. It's a weaker opposition, obviously, but had a lot of possession, and I know that's what Adrian wants to practice, so a good start.
Through the back.
That's perfect conditions today as well. It's been raining a little bit. You can see the ball is fast. So this is the conditions you want to be playing under. There's nothing better, like good slack tackles. So yeah, it's not going to be any complaining from any sides here today.
Jets. Henderson. Ignatiopoulos just lets it go out. Big crowd now building. Stands packed for this Friday night football. Anzac Day. REA, NPLSA. REA, proud supporters of football here in South Australia. Wow, you can hear that nice loud banging coming from the distance. Haven't heard something like that in a long time down here at FK Belgrade's home ground.
No.
It's Konstantopoulos. Back to his brother Konstantopoulos. It's Falco.
To be fair, we've cancelled all the junior training today, so they can come out and support. And what's the big boys playing?
You can see, actually, you can see a few climbing behind the goal as well. Yeah. You can see those in the distance.
Yeah, they like to get up on the fence.
In the dog park. Really got the prime position right there. You can see them in the replay as well as you have a look at that instance. It's Konstantopoulos. Just got there a little bit late. Kukai. Ogawa. Back to Woodlands. Woodlands played all 6 games so far and only had 1 clean sheet, and that was against Raiders in round 6. Just a bit of miscommunication there with Constantopoulos. Ogawa back to Woodlands. Playing it through the back. It's Henderson. Down the line, he spots Kamitsi. And again out for another throw in. And probably a good time now to cross down to the man on the boundary, the one, the only. Mark Talbot, what's it like down there, Mark?
It's a beautiful night for football, as Michael alluded to earlier, but it is very fast. I'll let you go back to this one.
It's McCabe, just trying to find an area outside, back to his brother McCabe. Now it's in the area, dangerous from Modbury Jets. He's just gone out wide. And again, it's probably the only opportunity Modbury Jets have had so far in his opening minutes. And we watched the replay again, got into a good position, but defending there, it's gone out for a corner.
Oh, really good desperate defending from Lorenzo, dragging back from offensive player, coming down, doing a slight tackle. Very well done.
Great inclusion Lorenzo's been this season as well for the side.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's also scored 2 goals as well, so...
Yeah, no, he's been a very good input so far. He makes a difference going forward. He's always dangerous.
Obviously coming from the US as well, but Italian heritage. Zagawa taking the corner. He swing it in. It's gone short near post. Comes off the head of Trimboli, I believe. Detroit. Signorello comes out for it. And just a little bit of a collision there with Henderson. And we'll cross back down now to Mark Talbot. Mark, continue where you were.
Yeah, I was just saying it's a beautiful night for football, and with that rain that we had a little bit earlier, it's just made that pitch a little bit zippy, a little bit wet, which is fantastic. That's why the game's so fast at the moment, which is great to see, and neither side's really able to settle, but I think it's the start of this game's a bit of a prelude as to what we can expect.
And while you're down there as well, it's been a bit quiet on both benches, or have you heard a little bit of noise on either side?
No, it's relatively quiet. It's nothing major at the moment. It's more the fact that I'll let you go back here.
Well, it's in the area now. Can they do something? Beograd just sent out a little bit wide from Constantopoulos. And again, they're looking a little bit dangerous up forward at times, and they will win the corner nonetheless. Right in front of that home support as well. They've been very vocal in his opening minutes. They're really trying to get behind and be that extra man on the pitch. You can hear him over the broadcast as well. It's fantastic to see. Before we get that corner, Mark, how is that actually feeling from the sidelines?
Yeah, they're on the opposite side to me, but I can certainly hear them, and it's proven to be quite enticing. It's a great atmosphere that they've got all their juniors along here to watch. More clubs should try and get their juniors down to make this sort of noise.
Well, they've got the flags as well. Corner to be taken. Sent short. It's Constantopoulos. It's in the area. Nyonkuru, he's got time, controls it. And it will be a corner again with another deflection on the other side.
Really trying to be creative here on set pieces today, which is good to see. It's not that easy to predict what they're going to do when they go short or they actually send it in. I know that's something, as I said before, Adrian, he's keen on doing. Hopefully it pays off at one stage today. But I think, touching on the start of the game, Beograd have been a lot more efficient when they come up on the last third.
It's in the area. Falco's lurking.
They look more dangerous. When they get up to the last third, it's quite dangerous nearly every time. Yeah. Good start so far for Beograd.
Signorello, the goalkeeper, hasn't had too much to do in his opening 10 minutes. To Falco. Constantopoulos, Jason Constantopoulos. Francesca, back to Henderson. Henderson, he spots his teammate, Hamish McCabe. Comes into this week's squad. Only played and started 2 games. This is his 3rd start for the season. few injuries. Very unfortunate. Let's watch that replay again. Did come in with the arm to the back as well.
It looked like Lorenzo knew he was coming. Just waiting for the contact and get a free kick.
Nyonkuru couldn't quite get it. Now it's Choria. They're trying to make something here. Can they do something? Modbury Jets onto the right. And it's just gone over. Looked like a deflection as well from Skamitsi, sorry.
That's a big chance. Got a big chance. Should have got more out of that.
Skamitsi, it looked like it came off Falco, I think. Oh no, it wasn't.
Cooper's.
It was Cooper Nunn, actually. That replay. It's great to have that replay as well in this occasion. A big shout out to our camera operators and producer as well, bearing the rain earlier on to get everything sorted. And also Joe Sokach and Andrew Popovich for joining us in that pre-game show as well. In the rain with us. It's the corner. Taken near post. Straight out for a throw-in. It's opening minutes. Still no one scoring on the scoreboard. The One World LED Sportal scoreboard. And there is Adrian Deloya. Regis. That's a go. It's foul for FK Beograd. These brand new kits they're wearing at the moment. Look at that. The Umbro kits. Perfect timing for Anzac Day Clash. The away one they wore last week as well. White with blue and red stripes, along with a little pinstripe of gold. Michael, they're actually really nice kits, aren't they?
Yeah, but really like the one last week. This one is very nice as well. Yeah, good colours. I do like the white kits.
The white one's very good.
Yeah, very nice.
Obviously the kit person won't like it. It's in the area. Trimboli is trying to find his feet. Woolens with a good save, only as far as Konstantopoulos. And just somehow Modbury Jets have gotten it out of any danger. And from one end to the other, it's zipping very quickly. It's under control to Signorello. Nyonkuru.
Well played here under pressure. They're quite composed, the boys in the back. And throws a good option in the as a 6 in the middle. Yeah, they've been good quality so far, both sides. I think Modbury are lurking a bit more on the fast breaks going forward. They've had the chances now. Beograd have had good chances as well.
Nyonkuru to Falco. Now to Konstantopoulos.
It's a big chance we got here before, as you can see in the replay. A little bit more quality, and we'll have a couple of goals already.
Ogawa playing it out the back to Woodlands. It's Woodlands just waiting for that right moment. Ogawa. McCabe sends it in. It's cleared out. And while we can, we'll cross down to Mark Talbot. Mark, any updates on the boundary?
Yeah, look, the one thing I have noticed is Adrian Deloy is a lot more vocal now. He's really telling his players where they need to be, what they need to be pressing, and that's just purely the fact that they are playing. They've probably got their foot on the accelerator a little bit. Modbury are certainly playing a little bit more on the transition, really. So Morris is just sort of very quiet, just happy to see it as it is, whereas Adrian's really trying to get them to press higher. And as you probably would have heard, they were trying to get them to press Woodland's left foot, because Woodland's is a left footer, so they really want him to push that left foot and try and force him onto his right foot, where they think they might be able to get him to make a mistake. So it'll be interesting to see how that plan continues to go.
Thanks for that, Mark Talbot on the boundary. It's great to have that little bit of an insight to see what it's like down there, because you can know once there's a bit of pressure going on that bench as well. Both sides like to get a little bit vocal. Will be a goal kick. And you will know firsthand as well from last year, being your head coach is in Adrian Deloya. He does get a little bit passionate when things are not going 100% your way.
Oh, 100%. That's what you want for a coach.
Exactly.
So, it's good you get fired up. It reflects on the boys. Sometimes half time, like he'll have a good chat, and then he'll let people know what he expects, and what he wants, more or less. And then it's just up to the boys to go out and deliver. But you need that sometimes if you had a bad half, or if it's in a bad period of time in the first half, second half. You don't want someone just sitting down, not being engaged. In that way, Adrian is really good. I think in general the whole team they have, they pay off really well. Some of them are more relaxed than others in certain periods, so it's a good setup.
I think Musgrove is probably the most relaxed one there. Mark, you would have a bit of a say on that one?
Yeah, he certainly is. And that's his nature, especially on the sidelines. Very cool, calm and collected, and he's that sort of bit more relaxed than the rest of them. But it's a good balance, as Michael was just saying. It's between the coaching staff, really good balance, the way they operate. I know Muzzy obviously outside of here as well, and even he tells me it's such a good balance between the three of them. They can bounce ideas off each other, and it just bodes well for a coaching staff that can trust each other and float ideas, and none of them are afraid to say what they think.
Modbury Jets now trying to build that opportunity. They're moving forward. It's McCabe. It's gone out wide into the area, and it's cleared out again. Cooper Nunn, I think it was, in the end.
I think we've got a goal kick.
I know it did come off. Jets play out. Just be hard to see from the angle we're sitting.
Yeah.
But, absolutely. And we'll quickly cross down to Mark as well. Just heard some communication there with the assistant referee and Morris Natali.
Yeah, he was just asking for the foul to be given there. He's just asking, foul's being given tonight? Because Hamish McCabe there was taken out at the top of the box, and they would have preferred to have the free kick, but Regis played the advantage.
Well, now it's in the other end. Konstantopoulos. Just a bit of a heavy touch. Falls back to Falco. Banjak. Konstantopoulos. Natsiopoulos. Finds Trimboli. Little flick on. Neon Kuru's there. Couldn't get there, but still in the hands of Beograd. It's flying Woodlands. Down the other end. Banjak. Foul given to more Jets.
Oh, got the free kick now they're asking for. It's back and forth now. I think Jets have started to get better and better. Where it was all Beograd in the beginning. I think they're getting more and more in the game now. That's a late tackle.
A very late tackle on Konstantopoulos. It's Regis just trying to calm it down. There's got a little element of, I reckon, a bit of fire in this game, potentially a little bit later if things start to get a little bit out of hand. We love it in occasions like this to have that little bit of spectacle. Friendly fire, I must add.
That should be fair. He pulled out on the last second, so it wasn't too bad.
It's McCabe eyeing it off. Falco in the end wins it. Still alive. Beograd. Falco, great turnaround. Trying to make the run. Back onto his left. Gawa couldn't quite prevent it from going in. Calls it the handball, but it was in a natural position. In the corner. There's one for FK Beograd. We watch that replay again. I think this is the replay of the handball which they were calling for, but it definitely was the right call.
No, there's nothing in that. As a defender, if that get called against you, you'd be furious.
There's those flags as well. It's great to see that attendance. We've been touching on it a bit. And those red dots in the background as well. That is the kids. It's fantastic. It's what you love to see. There's those two Konstantopoulos brothers. Lucky they got numbers because you can't tell them apart. It's whipped in near post and out for a throw in. See substitutes just gone for a quick warm up. Don't think our other side will need him just anytime soon, but there's Banjak to take that through. Sent in deep. Woodlands, not too much there needed to do. And then Riley Stam's also on the bench as well for FK Beograd. Scored last week. He scored once in the league as well. So once he finds the back of the net a few more times, he's going to be a lethal one for the home side.
I see a lot of quality on the bench for Beograd today. As you said with Riley as well, like he scored a cracker goal in the cup. That's a really good finish. It's really good to see.
And also Jared Clark on the bench as well. Maxim Ivanic, as we see Modbury Jets. Oh, great save from Signorello. It's still in. And we'll probably go out for a throw, but they managed to get it. Keep it in the area. And now we'll be out for a throw in. And also to mention as well, Udai Koike is also on the bench for the first time this season. He's been out for a very long stint. Yeah. There's that save as well, as we see the replay. Sorry, Michael. Just a great run in from Hamish McCabe. And just beautifully saved. Skamitsi was there waiting for it in the right position. But yeah, back on Koike. Good addition back into the squad after a long stint out.
Yeah, for sure. It's always good when you get quality players back in. At the moment, when you look down there, you've got very competitive.
Falco is running in. He gets there before McCabe. Well, have a look at that, because the bench for Belgrade was saying it was all ball.
Might have a case here.
Mark Tauber, you're on the same angle as the Belgrade bench. Can you agree with them?
Yeah, I thought it was a free kick. Just even if he, just purely from the pace of it, I couldn't even tell if he got the ball, but purely from the pace that he was going in, he was always just slightly behind, I think it was Liam McCabe in the end, so I would have given a free kick as well, I think.
It's Trimboli trying to make that run through. Quick little turn. Into the area. Konstantopoulos falls to Falco. Falco tries to get on his left. Bit too much of a heavy touch. It's turned over. Wilson. It's played out to Skamitsi. It's Alexander Banjak taking the free kick. Just Calmly playing it through the back. It's Nunn. Where's someone? It's Cooper Nunn.
A bit of action off the ball here.
Lorenzo Pacelli. Just came off second best there. Natsiopoulos, the captain of FK Beograd.
It's good to see Andoni back as well, playing consistently week after week. He's a great addition to the team and he's fit. As you said, he's a captain, he's very passionate. All the boys, they like him, and they want him to perform.
Konstantopoulos. Back to Falco. Beograd just playing it from the back again. And we'll cross down to Mark Talbot on the sideline.
Yeah, just as Baselli got tackled and fouled there. Just a bit of a useless stat for you, Johnny, is that Baselli's the most fouled player in the league up until round 5, including round 5. He was the most fouled player in the league. So he knows how to draw a foul.
Wow, that's a very good stat. Did you manually check that out?
I've been keeping an eye on the stats and that, and I did have FK Beograd a couple of weeks ago, so I knew that it was there.
Woodlands didn't quite get all hands on that. Well, thanks for that stat man on the boundary. Kristen Konstantopoulos out to Trimboli. Trimboli is in dangerous areas and it's in the tree. Luckily there's some kids out there as well that can go and quickly grab it. They might not want to get rid of their prime position though. So Trimboli, see that shot again. Was that Mark Talbot? They just kicked that ball in. Mark, how did that feel?
Felt very odd. Haven't kicked the ball like that for a long time.
I forgot to tell you, your job's not just the sideline tonight. You're also the ball man on the sideline. And there's behind the netting as well, Andrew Popovic, the president for FK Beograd. Francesca, the captain, Jesse Francesca, started 5 out of the 6 games so far heading into this fixture. Now this his 6th tonight in round 7. So Modbury Jets making a run through. Still alive for the Jets. McCabe. He's sent in. Oh, dangerous territory. Nunn clears it out. Trimboli comes back to help. Who's that on the floor? Can't quite see. Konstantopoulos it is. Again. O'Dowdy there as well. Jordan O'Dowdy. Starting his 4th game out of 5 appearances so far this season. Got on the score sheet once as well this season. It's great to see him and his brother in the starting lineup tonight as well. A long time coming. And also, something special could happen in the second half as well. We could have 8 people with 4 names, last names identical. So 2 McCabes, 2 Detroyers, 2 Wilsons, and 2 O'Dowdys. All in today's squad, so can't wait. That's a stat for you there, Mark, as well. In the Modbury Jets squad.
Yeah, but I don't think the Wilsons are brothers, though.
No, I know. Doesn't matter, we'll still say it. So they're all in that same lineup today, but there's a Wilson and a Detroyer on the bench. So once they come on, we'll have 4. That'll be very interesting to say that, especially with the Konstantopoulos on the other end as well. I'll have to start adding in first names to the commentary. Once again, a little bit of back and forth. So Gawa now on the ground. Not looking too good. There's been a bit of this at the moment, Mark, in this early stages as well.
Yeah, but that's just because of the speed of the game. Both teams aren't giving an inch, so you're going to get these knocks and injuries. So, but like I said, pace of the game. Neither team wanting to give an inch in this what's been a pretty topsy-turvy battle so far. Both teams have had their moments. Both teams have been back and forth. So I wouldn't expect anything less, to be honest.
It didn't look good the way he landed on his knee as well. So as soon as his foot went into the ground, he literally grabbed onto his knee instantly. So that's not a good sign, is it, Michael?
No, not at all. It's there was no contact with the play or anything. This is, yeah.
Well, they are calling on the stretcher now as well, which is not a great sign. You can see O'Dowdy down there and McCabe's just having a chat to him. So I don't think this is going to be a great outcome, unfortunately.
I'm pretty sure Jordan, he knows a bit about knee injuries as well.
Well, there we go. There is Wilson. Paul Wilson, sorry, coming on. He's getting ready as well. So there will be that substitution now. Disappointing for Ogawa as well.
It's always sad to see when they lead this way. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Or then non-contact issues like touched on before the game with Ninko, sort of the same thing.
Well, let's have a look at that replay again. Just that impact, the way he landed on his knee. I think he just put a lot of weight on it. And I hope it's not too serious as well. Let's just hope not, for Ogawa's sake. Yusei Ogawa played in all 7 matches so far for the Modbury Jets this year. He's getting cheered off as well from the away support, and also carried off by some of the players and ground stewards. So, as we remember, it is always just a game at the end of the day. So we wish him all the best in recovery. So hopefully it's not too serious as well. Mark, obviously a bit subdued now with that injury, but that brings on Paul Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad change to be able to make with Wilson's career, his experience coming on. But yeah, it's never good to see a player go down, especially when there's very minimal contact or none at all. It's always a worry. I've seen it happen so many times, and you always fear the worst. So hopefully it's not as bad as that, and hopefully he's able to give him a few weeks and he's back on his feet. But we'll just have to keep an eye on it.
Well, it's not in the circumstances we were hoping, but now we do have 2 Wilsons, 2 O'Dowdys, and 2 McCabe's on the pitch, and 2 Konstantopouloses as well. So
makes your life easy, eh?
It does. Now we just got one more Detroit sitting on the bench. Once he comes on, there'll be 8 players, or 10 players actually, but 5 surnames. Just waiting to restart. We'll try and get an update a bit later on, Mark. So just if you can find out a little bit about Ogawa's update a little bit later on, will be good to stay in touch with, see how he is tracking. It's Cooper Nunn just grabbing the ball back. Well, 35 minutes gone, 10 minutes still to play in this first half. Anzac Day, round 7 clash, RAA NPLSA. RAA, proud supporters of football here in South Australia. Still no one scored yet on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. One Solution Park, the home of FK Beograd. Beograd have won 2 games here so far this season. Only one in the NPL. In the opening 2 of the season, round 1 and 2. Mathiopoulos there, almost making an impact as well for his side. We know how much he would love to get on the score sheet for his side as well, if he can. Yet to score this year as well. Benjak to Falco. It's Massimo Falco finds a great ball through. It's alive in the area! And it's Trimboli! Beograd get the opening goal! 36 minutes in. And it's a great cross in from Massimo Falco. Finds its way to Trimboli. And they have scored that opening goal that they ever so wanted.
Yeah, good build-up play. Something that they're working on again on the training ground. The inverted fullback was running down behind the fullback of the other team. To see with Falco here in the replay. Decent delivery. First one misses it, and Trimmers is in the right spot. It's perfect. It's something they're paying off from the training ground again here. It's very good to see how they can get it from training pitch to game day. Practiced this a lot last year as well, and so periods it works, other periods it doesn't. So they did. So really good stuff.
Well, Modbury Jets now on the back foot after that one as well. So not the way they wanted to kick things off in this round 7 clash. And just in that early game as well, Adelaide City did win over Croydon FC. And live ladder now, FK Beograd from 11th place and now moved in to 7th. So Parry Hill still have a game up their sleeves, and also Campbelltown City, so that can still change their positioning, but they will could not fall any lower than 9th place if they can hold on to these 3 points. Francesca. O'Dowdy, Jordan O'Dowdy, trying to find a run through. She couldn't quite hold on to it. Abdullahi. Direct destroyer. Deloya just calmly sitting there now. Obviously happy with his side being 1-0 up, but can never be too comfortable in any scoreline. We know what football's like. Can change in the heartbeat. O'Dowdy. It's Cameron O'Dowdy. Also returned from an ACL injury. After 2, one on each side. So out for the last 2 years. So hopefully he can get some consistent football. Obviously he's a really good player for the Modbury Jets.
He needs to be careful here, Beograd. That they've a bit of first touch and he's through in the middle. No issues. His first touch let him down. So he still needs to be switched on. And, might be another.
Well, it's out to McCabe. Liam McCabe. Can they do something just out wide slightly? We'll cross down to Mark Tauber. Mark, the trainers for the Modbury Jets have just returned back to their bench. So any update on Ogawa?
Yeah, they were worried that it was a dislocated knee, but it doesn't appear to be, and it seems to be okay at this stage. They are going back with some ice at the moment, but at this stage they don't seem to be too concerned that it's anything serious, but they'll have to obviously carry out further tests over the coming days, but at the moment it's not looking as serious as what we thought. Hopefully it stays that way once they're able to get him into the doctors and get it checked out.
And there's another one to add to your stat, Mark, there as well.
Like I said, he knows how to draw fouls. His body positioning is just incredible, in the fact that he just gets himself in between the player and the ball and just draws those fouls. And that's what you want from your wingers, the ability to do that.
Michael, have you had much to do? Obviously, you're not part of the squad in a player sense, but being here as a technical director, have you had much to do with him and seeing him fitting into the squad a little bit? The way he's transitioned in?
Well, I know Lorenzo pretty well, I would say. Again, I don't think there was much in this challenge here. I think you got the referee fooled a bit, but as you said, you need to put your body on the line down there, and you get in these situations. And if you're leading the stat like that, you're good at it. and he gets stuck in everywhere, which is what I like with him, the tenacity. He's not here in Australia and thinking, oh, I'm way too good for this here. He comes in and he works, and his work rate is really good. As I said, tenacity is spot on. So I think they benefit big time for having a player like him.
The Jets just really want to try and get this out. Beograd looking very dangerous in that final third so far. Got that early goal in this half, late in the half, but early in the game overall, in that before the halftime break. If they can hold on to this lead, I'm sure the home side will be very happy. Into the halftime break, a long ball in, and just sent over the crossbar. And there's that yellow card. Handed out by Regis Quiflek. And the challenge of Lorenzo. We'll have a look at that again. Again, fouled again, Lorenzo. So twice in the last couple of minutes. And Morris Tatali just having a quick chat to...
Oh, that was a bad foul, that one.
Yeah, that was definitely a good call there from Regis. He crossed down the mark in the moment, but to find out exactly how Morris is going, because he's becoming a bit more vocal on the Belgrade side. A little bit about the decisions as well being made on the park. The Jets really getting their night made harder tonight, not only on the park, but that noise will definitely make a bit of an impact. To Dowdy. Just pass the ball over. He's going to take it. Eyes are playing a bit of a trick on me at the moment. Can't quite adjust to it. Still in the area. Can they do something here, McCabe? Bad defending. Still alive, though, for the Jets. Detroyer. None with the head.
They look very dangerous when they get up and around the box. They're good with the little combinations to get in behind. A little bit more quality, and they could easily have gotten a goal. I think they missed 2 or 3 quite big chances now. So Beograd has to be careful.
And they're still trying to make a bit of danger. Detroyer. Still in the area. Beograd just really trying to clear it from danger. Henderson.
They need to push the lines up now.
Leon Curry. Falco. To see passing cars getting involved in it. It's shot out wide. Well, let's cross down to Mark. There's a lot of action happening on that sideline now. You can see Regis, Morris Natali just having a few words to Regis.
Yeah, he's just raising the point that there's no card in that challenge, and we're asking the assistant referee where it is, considering when the last one got handed out, it was after he played the advantage, and then Trimboli had the shot, and he's been booked after that. So he's asking the question, why the FK Beograd player's not being booked after a challenge if he's played the advantage. Obviously, Regis just not feeling that it's a bookable offence, even though he plays the advantage.
Thanks for that, Mark.
I just thought that the challenge on Lorenzo before was a lot harder. this one wasn't too hard.
We're also 1 minute into additional time. Mark, any update on, or when you can, on how many minutes have been added? Maybe you can chat to the assistant referee. It's Henderson. The Jets only got a few minutes remaining before they can have to regroup at half time. Crossed out to Mark Talbot. There's 2 minutes gone. How much left?
Yeah, we're looking at 3 minutes time added.
So, still only 60 seconds remaining. Obviously that time added due to the injury of Ogawa. There wasn't too much time used up there, which was interesting to see. Only about a minute and a half, I reckon, 2 minutes. Goal celebration as well. And also a lot of times that Lorenzo was on the pitch as well, so.
Yeah.
And here's Modbury Jets, one last chance. Can they do something here? It's quick defending. Ball's gone straight to the dugout of Modbury Jets. And also, don't go anywhere because at half-time as well, after a short break, we'll have a half-time show back on the sideline, myself and Mark Talbot. So we'll dissect these first 45 minutes as well, what that's happened. And there it is, the half-time break. What a first half of football, Michael. What did you make of it so far? There's Morris quickly going towards Regis in the centre. Obviously, he's not happy with some of the decisions made in this first half.
Oh, just touching on that first of all, I think you've done a good job, the referee, so far. But yeah, I think Modbury they came back. They did really well towards the second half of the first half. Beograd started out a lot better, but it's a more even game now, and I think yeah. Beograd is a bit lucky that it's only 1-0.
Well, it's only
1-1.
Well, it's 1-0 for FK Beograd here at half-time. Don't go anywhere, because after this very short break, we'll be back on the other side. Myself, Johnny Keko, and Mark Talbot bringing you the half-time wrap-up right on sidelines. Don't go anywhere. On the other side, we'll be back with the half-time show.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Labasso, a nice run forward, only him and Bartuli, and just couldn't quite get there.
What's the save?
Missed the corner though, but Bartuli. Usasa sends it into the area, and it's Vaughan. Leaps in and tips it over the crossbar, and if you did not, that was going to rock that net.
Those lines of Tavares. He then cuts it for Voigt. Voigt with the touch inside, hits it, and that's a great save from Delinges.
Jason Konstantinopoulos one-on-one with Lazeka. Christian Konstantinopoulos with a shot. Late tackle maybe, but great save there from Barbaro. One final chance for Blue Eagles. It's a good ball in. It's got a flick. It's got a second one, but that's an unbelievable save from Sebastian Matosevic. We said Oscar Moore's man of the match, but he's kept 2 goals out. They were clearly going in the back of the net.
He's made some unbelievable.
Headed away only to Metro Stars though. Edge of the box here, Visser. Now Gow with a little flick. Visser back in the box, and then the finish by Hamish Gow to get them 1-0 up early on.
What a goal. Oh wow! Oh my god! That was insane! What a way to equalise!
By Murati, only as far as Mullen. Mullen hits it with the outside of the line. Can you believe it? Mullen with a second outside of the right boot.
Mine's going to take it, and he does. And he picks his spot, and he finishes with a bomb. And that's his hat-trick, and the 8th goal for Playford to make it 8.
Costelli, being to it by Caden, now finds Anthony Costa, top of the box, goes with his left foot. Anthony Costa gets a second. He's got a brace in the first half, and he's taken Adelaide Croatia into a 2-0 lead at half time, David.
It's a beautiful finish. He's just picked his spot out perfectly there, but gosh, Beograd have just left themselves exposed there.
On the back of the announcement at the celebration of football, Football SA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, 17 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up, and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with Football SA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given a professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Something here, plays out to Panagakos, and it's Panagakos! What an absolute cracker. Alicia Panagakos kicks off the season for Adelaide University.
And I mean, if Elisa keeps the play well instead of turning around, has it in the box, has a shot.
It's gone in, Tomley and Bonner, and just as we were talking about just a minute ago, has had a very good last 20 minutes and just come right into the game. It's 1-0 up.
Goes to Yamada. Good turn. Needs to find an option. Might even look to go for herself. Nini Yamada! Makes it 3-2 for West Adelaide. 20 minutes left.
Such a quality player to have in this competition. Long shot there by Notridge. It's gone in! Well, it was just a speculative effort by Notridge, and it looked like Elliott never picked it up, and Comets have taken the lead.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. A place to start small and feel 10 feet tall. To have fun and laugh, to build confidence from the ground up. A place to belong. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
We all play the same game. The pitch may change, but the stakes are the same. The ball we desire, the moves we admire. Because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Ghana United is like home football.
It's always been our goal to move into State League.
Here it's a very family culture. There's a sense of oneness between the Rosies, 18s, seniors. Everyone just feels like brothers.
You know, it's like how they say, you train the way you play, but actually when you rock up game days, we actually play like our heart is the last thing that's left, you know what I mean?
I'm loving it. Really good culture, really good environment. It's going great so far in the pre-season.
About culture, you know, we open the door, every culture comes to mix to us.
Ghana United will be a club that can play football, simple football, a good football, that we will be in the next couple of years moving to the NPL.
Very thrilled, very excited.
Expect to see some rainbow flicks. That's what makes us Ghana FC, man.
To make its way through to Nicola despite the deflection. Here's Hazelwood, who does well to control the ball with the head. Hazelwood storming into the area, tries the shot, great save. And that should give Elliott a bit more confidence. He's done really, really well there. That ball was travelling.
Here's Hood. Just needs to finish. Gets it past Murphy. Needs to have some sort of hit. And Murphy manages to backpedal and make the stop.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
Adelaide Atletico is being built on 6 pillars. It's about respect, about community, fairness, development, technology.
Atletico is become a family, a big family.
This club's got a lot of opportunity to grow. There's a lot of potential here with all the players and the boys, and it's just like a very good place to be at.
We want to be competitive. We want to drive and develop our culture. We've gone out and we've got a few experienced players. I mean, I've gone and got a very good goalkeeper. We've got a really talented Argentinian guy and a couple of older players.
We're a good quality of boys. All the boys are already in a few weeks, they're getting really close.
We want to make sure that everybody that plays at this club feels that they're getting the benefit of our coaching group.
We literally do what we preach, which is let's just play.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Passionate about this sport and passionate about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with Football SA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Can they do something here? Plays out to Panagakos, and it's Panagakos! What an absolute cracker! Alicia Panagakos kicks off the season for Adelaide University.
And I mean, if Elisa keeps the play rolling instead of just turning around,
Has it for the box, has a shot. It's gone in, Tom Williams corner, and just as we were talking about just a minute ago, has had a very good last 20 minutes just the minutes of the game. It's 1-0 up.
Goes to Yamada. Good turn. Needs to find an option. Might even look to go for herself. Nini Yamada! Makes it 3-2 for West Adelaide. 20 minutes left.
Such a quality player they have in this competition.
Second half football back underway. One Solution Park. Modbury Jets getting things kicked off. An early chance here. Signorello put into action in the opening minutes. Jets. They whip it in again, but it's out for a corner. Well, we know there's been 7 corners so far. He's opening 45. And the Jets get their third. Well, they won't get a third, sorry. It's gone out for a goal kick after all those stats I just spoke about. I just wanted to talk about stats. Anyway, when you match day commentator Johnny Gecko, it's gone so well up until this point. And I'd like to welcome back in Michael Yuckson on the co-coms. Michael, big 45 minutes, no side yet to make a change, but just that one earlier for Ogawa, but a big second half.
Yeah, well, I think both of the coaches they will be happy with what they've seen out there. I think the intent is there. It's a hard game, it's a fast game. Both teams have had plenty of opportunities. I think it has been a good game so far. There's another free kick here. Another one for Lorenzo.
Well,
but yeah, no,
9 fouls now.
It's as I said before, I think they would be quite happy with the performance so far. No need for any changes.
Well, opportunity now. Can Beograd double their lead? It's just sent over the crossbar by that man once again, Lorenzo Pacelli. Really making an impact this season. If it isn't fouls he's getting, he's also scoring goals as well. But, well, that was so close from getting his third. Just sent over the crossbar.
Oh, you should get a lot more out of that. That's a big chance. Hit the target and it's a goal. He will be disappointed with that effort.
Jets trying to make that run through. He's gone for a throw in. Bit of a slow start, not from both sides, but also from that crowd. That noise that was building in that first half. I think they're all still in line waiting for their Chavaps to come out, but hopefully they can order me one, because I'm actually starting to get that rumble coming to my stomach. Got strong rumours as well that the reason why you signed the contract here as technical director, Michael, for a few years is due to the Chavaps that's served up on match days and also on Thursday night sometimes.
Yeah, unlimited, eh? I do enjoy a good Chavap, I'll say. No, that was not in any of the reasons. Or, getting involved with youth soccer, I think it's very important for, well, it is for me, to be able to give some back to the kids, teach them some proper stuff from when they're young, and hopefully they benefit throughout their careers from that.
Well, again, Morris and Tarley just very vocal towards Regis. Had a few words to say at the halftime break. It's Jordan Dowdy. Lines up. Off for Henderson. Straight to the hands. Signorello. Well, there's that crowd building again. That's what we love to hear.
That's a big chance again here. See that on the replay. That's,
yep. Well, Henderson, obviously experienced body. Got in the right position. Now Nyonkuru, he makes the run through. He's got Lorenzo Boselli out wide. Boselli back to Nyonkuru. Harrington. None. Dowdy gets in that way.
Yeah, I miss Cooper should go out the other side. Like they do the build up on your left hand side, come back up to your centre back. You have the outlet is on the opposite side, and they need to touch and get it over to the other side. I think it was Jason that was standing over there waiting for it. It's very hard to build up on your left hand side and then go back and start going up on your left hand side again. It's all congested.
Well, there's an opportunity building now. Oh, it's McCabe.
The quality. He's done so well so far, and then simple pass square, and you have a massive chance. You overhit it big time. Lucky there, Beograd, that the quality wasn't there, unfortunately, for Modbury.
Well, it's coming back from injury. Hamish McCabe would love to make a big impact now to come from behind as well. It's Wilson. Plays it back to O'Dowdy. And then eventually all the way back to Henderson. And this is probably no better time than right now to cross down for the first time in the second half to the men on the sideline. Mark Talbot. Mark, how's things going?
Yeah, look, Morris is still angry with some of the decisions, more so the delay of the decisions and the fact that Regis has taken his time to call them. But the one thing I've noticed is how Modbury certainly started the better side in the first five. FK Beograd seemed to sort of still be in the change rooms a little bit, actually, to be honest. Modbury just probably half-time team talk from Morris would have been to get them to press higher, to press harder, and they certainly have done that in his first 5 minutes.
Well, we can certainly hear him on the broadcast as well, Morris and Tarley.
I needed to see a reaction in the way that they're coming up. You're chasing now, you're down 1-0, so I think it's only normal. Beograd, they need to match it, they need to be aggressive still. You can't just sit back for 45 minutes and absorb pressure.
Modbury Jets again. They want to try and make the most of this early possession that they've been able to gain in the second half. Zero just claimed it nicely. Good luck washing that kid afterwards as well. Nice and muddy. Almost reminds me as a kid when I was rolling in the mud. Just get told off by my mum for doing that, so. Neokiri tries to make that run through, but it's taken over. O'Dowdy. Back to O'Dowdy. Oh, there's those names starting to build up. I love it. Multiple names. When's Detroit coming on? Just hopefully Morris doesn't change Detroit to Fort Detroit. I'll just dash my dreams. It's back. Wilson. Paul Wilson finds O'Dowdy. Cameron O'Dowdy on that wing. Finds an opportunity to cross it in, but it's dealt with slightly. And then it's Jordan O'Dowdy, his brother. Can't quite finish it. We'll go out for a goal kick, sorry.
Really good intent now from Modbury. They're first to all the second balls. They're really pushing. We'll see if they get the benefit of it. As I said before, Beograd need to match it at least. Otherwise, they're going to be under the pump for a long time now in the second half.
You can see that pressure from Morris and Tarley. Just really deep thought now. It's 1-0 down at the moment.
You can hear Adrian, he's really getting verbal out on the sideline now, trying to get the boys up and running again. They have started a bit slow, as we've touched on before.
Get on the ball, get on the ball. Come on.
Cooper going long again. Ball.
Jets really getting loud there on that Beograd bench.
Getting very intense here. Both the benches getting involved now. Trying to put extra pressure on the referee.
It's McCabe. So Dowdy wins the corner. That loudness from FK Beograd, you can hear him getting really behind it. O'Dowdy. Regis just having a quick chat. Before we get back underway, we'll cross down to Mark Talbot on the sideline. Mark, very vocal from both sides now.
Yeah, they're both really trying to put the pressure on Regis to make some calls and call fouls that they could be seeing that Regis isn't. And the last one, the biggest one, there was a big shout about. I actually thought it was a pretty fair challenge, but that's why I'm not a ref.
So Jets playing it from the back again. Long ball through, finds O'Dowdy. Gets it to the head, Trimboli. Nunn. Cooper Nunn. Striboli into the area. Can they do something here? The FK Beograd double their lead. They're trying their hardest.
Well done here from Kamasi.
Will be a substitution. There will be Jared Clark coming on for Konstantopoulos. Great inclusion. Seventh game, his fourth game off the bench for Jared Clark. And Christian Konstantopoulos calling it a night. Jared scored one goal as well this year as for Beograd.
Doesn't look happy down there on the bench. See here, 2v2. Throws coming up. Now Trimmers is in on the. Oh.
It's back to Woodlands. We'll cross down to Mark Talbot on the sideline.
Yeah, just really right at that point that Michael's just made it. Chris is not happy that he'd come off. He actually asked, as he was coming off, he asked the coaching staff, why did he come off? But I think it's just the fact that they're trying to secure the midfield a little bit more because they are losing that battle at the moment. And Modbury are looking to bring on some fresh legs, and McGregor's going to come on very shortly. And they're also getting Abdullahi ready as well, but he's put his bid back on for the moment.
Well, there dashes all my hopes of having the Konstantopouloses, the McCabe's, the Dowdies, Wilsons, Troy's all on the pitch at one time.
Oh, you'll survive.
It's all about the football. As if Beograd trying to find their way forward. Falco. Back to Wilson. Wilson again to Wilson.
Oh.
And finds its way to McCabe. McCabe's in the area now, goes for the shot, and just not the way he would normally finish things off. Hamish McCabe just sends it out wide slightly.
Well, they got off the hook here. It's horrible. Defending. Lucky that his finish wasn't great. Yeah, we got caught a bit on the back foot there. Again, it's a massive opportunity. They don't take it. It's the same in the first half. They had a couple of really good chances.
As Patrick McGregor coming on for Wilson. It's Lachlan Wilson.
See that chance again. Like, I think it's just a long ball over the top, and Burr got caught. Great. Here we go.
Well, yellow card for Signorello. Wasted the time there. The noise is very loud. It's good to hear getting behind that home side. You just add that extra bit of support to get over the line. Mark Talbot again, just going to action to get the ball in. Let's cross down to Mark. Mark, how'd that one feel? You said you were a bit rusty on that first one, but the second one that you just did then?
Hasn't changed, mate.
No?
It doesn't change in my time.
Now it's the Jets just really trying to get an opportunity to get that second goal of the game, which would be their equaliser. Yet to find that moment. Just been a bit rusty on that final third. The build-up's been a bit better in this opening 18 minutes.
Modbury needs to keep those UK brothers in the game up front. Like, every time they're involved in the offensive part, they get very dangerous. So for Beograd, it's up to shut them down. If they can do that, I think they'll be comfortable. But if they can't, they look really dangerous every time they get involved.
So Dowdy, Cameron O'Dowdy.
Here we go again.
McCabe gets himself in a great area as well, but his brother, he couldn't quite finish it off. And you can see, not happy with the way it ended. He's found himself back into this game. Hamish McCabe, obviously, out of injury, which Modbury Jets have had a few this season. Struggled with players being out for some time. So once they get that squad settled, they can be a very good side, as we know from the past. Just hasn't had that consistency in his opening 7 rounds. It's Natsiopoulos, who tried to get in that area as well. O'Dowdy. Jesse Francesca fighting it out with Jared Clark. The Vanuatu international. Falco. It's Andoni Natsiopoulos trying to find his way through. Can they do something here? It's Trimboli. Andoni! And it's Andoni Natsiopoulos! He gets the double! He scores for FK Beograd right in front of his team inside. And they are absolutely soaking this up. They doubled their lead now. And the Belgrade side go into the halftime break 1-0 up. And now it's gone from bad to worse for Morris Natali's side, who have now got to try and find 2 goals after they had so many opportunities leading up to this moment. But that one moment, Natsiopoulos just really made the most of it.
Yeah. He see here on the replay. Really, pulled it, Wilson. Blogger couldn't keep up with the physicality, and well, again here, hit the target, got the chance, low and hard, it's a goal.
You can just see, you can just imagine what was being said there as well. It's mine, I'm pretty sure, to Trimboli. He's had it, he knew exactly when he had that moment where he was going to put it.
I'm not sure, I didn't see it now here on the replay, but everyone was appealing for offside on Trimboli, so it's good he stayed out of it. But yeah, you see here, you don't put him away in one end. Modbury have by far been the better team in the second half. Don't put it away, and then one chance down the other, and then they capitalise on it. And it's 2-0, and now it's a very hard task for Modbury to get back in this game.
Well, not going to be easy now, as you did mention. We'll be going to the bench. It will be Detroit, it looks like. Modbury Jets are just getting final words from Morris Natali. Fortunately, it's too late for 4 players to be on the pitch, 4 names to be on the pitch at one time. Wilson's been taken off. However, there will be 3 brothers. 3 sets of brothers.
Maybe here. You come out.
But I'll leave that for the moment when he does make the pitch. It's Jordan O'Dowdy stepping up behind it. O'Dowdy plays it to his brother, Cameron. Back to Jordan O'Dowdy. Trimboli. Well, 68 minutes gone of football. Modbury Jets came out in the second half a lot stronger than they did in the first. Looked the better team, but that one opportunity that Belgrade got, they managed to double their lead. Now you'd say it's not going to be an easy task now for Morris Tully's side. Henderson runs through. There's that loud crowd. The juniors who had training tonight but got it called off to be here in support. I'd love to see if we can get a close-up of those kids that are behind the goals as well at some point. They've made their way back after the half-time break. And really getting behind their team as well. With prime position. It's a memory they'll have forever, I'm sure. I'm sure in about 10 years' time, they'll come in the commentary box with me and say, I remember the time when I was a kid supporting this side. Morris is going to try and settle things down here now. Will be another yellow card as well for Ethan Harrington. Very experienced referee in Regis Queffelet.
I'm pretty sure it's Alessio up in the middle in the red jumper and AJ to the right hand side. And they're 2 very talented youngsters from under 13s behind the goal.
Well, very good to be able to climb that high. I don't know if I can get up there these days. I just struggle to get up in this scaffold.
Yeah.
Just waiting. Regis, I don't know what's going on here. Regis has
gone down to the officials.
He's gone to talk to the ground stewards. Maybe there's something happening in the crowd. I'm not too sure exactly, if we can find out in a moment. But he's just having a chat to, that's Andrew Popovich. Not happy with something, I'd say. And he just wants a bit... Try and find out exactly from the sideline eventually what was being said there, but for the meantime, back to the football. So still waiting for Regis to settle something in the crowd. I think it is what is happening. Yep, he's just saying he's waiting. There is something going on in the crowd, so he's just stopping the time is what he's saying, because players are like, well, don't waste any time, but he knows what he's doing. He must have spotted something that's happened in the crowd. Mark, on the sideline, have you got any insight on what's exactly happening? Have you been able to see anything individually or hear anything down there?
No, I haven't been able to, but I know Tim Henderson's been in Regis's ear this whole time about it, so I'm not sure if it's something to do with Tim Henderson himself or just in general, but not really quite sure what it is. If I can get Andrew this side, I'll ask him.
Well, it's just made the crowd louder. I don't know what he said, but there they are in full force. But I think someone may have been asked to move out of the way maybe as well, so we'll find out eventually, but there they are, full force. And then we're going to have a substitution now for FK Beograd, a double. A man that knows how to score as well, Riley Stamp. And a man that also knows how to score. He's coming off the pitch in Trimboli. Scored the first goal tonight. And also Market Orchard making his way on as well. So double substitution. Ethan Harrington and Anthony Trimboli calling it a night, and Marcus Orchard and Riley Stam both coming on tonight as well. So big occasion to be involved in, and it's Detroit coming on. It's Daniel Detroit and Skamitzi both coming off. Abdullahi and Detroit coming on. So we do have the last Detroit coming on, but let's place the other Detroit. It's just into the side netting, but it will be offside. No matter what the end result was from Wilson. Well, Modbury Jets just had these chances all throughout this second half so far, but just haven't been able to find that final killer.
No, definitely they had the chances, but as you saw the stats in the first half, they had 6 shots, 1 on target only, and they're pretty big chances. So second half has been the same, but they haven't been able to find the back of the net yet. And for Beograd going forward as well, like they had a clean sheet in the cup on Monday. If they can get another clean sheet here today, it will give them a lot of confidence. It's always, as defenders, goalie, very nice to have a clean sheet. Especially for Jamie coming back in after the quarter. Left and gone to Melbourne with 2 games and 2 clean sheets. That's perfect to build on.
Adrian DeLoya would be very relieved now. This side's 2-0 up, but we know that scoreline can be a bit dangerous. And we do know only a couple of weeks ago as well, there was across 6 leagues, there was 8 games that were decided in the final 5 minutes, from 85th minute all the way through to the injury time. So you can never ever think the game's over up until the final whistle's blown, because no matter how many goals you need, somehow there's been some miracles in these opening 7 rounds.
It's a big part of the game. It's charm.
It is.
You never know when it's done and dusted. Sometimes you're comfortable, you think, we got this, and then 2 minutes later you can see the 2 goals. So
Signorello.
Good pass there from Jason.
Well, it's Jared Clark, maintains on his feet to Natsiopoulos. And Stam, he tries to find his opportunity. Stam, and it just goes out wide. It was Konstantopoulos, I think. Or was it Stam? I think it was Stam. Yeah, it was Stam, yes. Should never doubt myself. It's a great way that Jared Clark did maintain on his feet in that instance.
I think this was brilliant from the referee. Let it play on, created a massive chance. I think we talked a bit about both coaches that have been after him, but I think he's done really well. Keep as much flow in the game as possible.
Modbury only got 13 minutes plus any additional to try and find a chance and any hope to get back into this, but the way it's looking, Stam not going to make it any easier for him. It's Jared Clark, does well. He gets it back for Beograd.
He's done really well, Jared, after he came in. Good composure on the ball. He's been cleaning up a lot of second balls.
We just get to touch on it. Not a bad foot from him as well. Well, flying forward, Jets. Trying to find their run through. We'll get a corner in the end. That's woken up this fans once again. So Dowdy stepping up behind for the corner.
He's going to go in close. Overcrowding the 6-yard box in front of Jamie.
All but one in the box. It just goes over. Almost made it in, but unfortunately, Modbury Jets just have to wait a little bit longer to try and
Jordan,
gain a bit of hope.
On his set pieces today. Very good intent. I think I've seen one of them. It wasn't that great, one of the corners, but the rest of them, free kicks from the sides, on the corners, really good intent, good spots he's hitting. Unfortunately, they can't again. It's a big chance. Can't capitalise on it. There you go.
Neil Curry. Trying to get another one through. We'll be in the corner. And before the corner gets taken, we'll cross down to Mark Talbot on the sideline. Mark, how are things settling down at the moment?
Oh, well, they're certainly not settling, but the one thing I have noticed with the changes that Modbury made, they've now gone to a back three to try and get their two fullbacks who are now wing backs higher up the park when they have the ball. So Liam McCabe and O'Doherty on this side, they're just trying to get them higher. So they've dropped Francesca back into the back three. Hasn't seemed to work at this stage, but I still think that goal was probably against a bit of run of play.
Wisconsin Doppelers lining up on that corner now. Tries to send it in.
Another corner.
They'll win a second. Consecutive corner. It's final 10 minutes now, so if they do get their third, pretty much say it's done and dusted. The Jets won't allow it though. Doppelers lining up. It's sent into the area.
Oh.
And it's great save there from Woodlands. And we'll give another corner in the end, but it was going in. Just stretch of the hand. Let's watch how it flies in nicely.
See the mismatch with Anzac and his defender.
It just comes off Anzac. Yep, there we go. So, well, just really putting it out, and it's Konstantopoulos to take the other corner now. Jason Konstantopoulos.
Got plenty of time.
He scored one so far this year. It's his 7th start of the season. Swooped into the area again. Francesca.
Looks like Maxim is getting ready to get on.
Stam. Just had to go back for a moment there to try and find some space. What will be another change for the home side, FK Beograd. Going Onto the bench one more time.
Loving it over here.
They are. They're chanting his name as well, Maxim Ivanic. Maxim coming off for the last Konstantopoulos on the park. He's done a lot of work in the last few minutes with 3 corners. It's Jason Konstantopoulos. Maxim for his 6th appearance this season. All off the bench. 1 goal as well to his name. Now being 7 rounds, so we'll see how things pan out. And we'll cross down to Mark Talbot on the sideline. Looks like he's got a bit of info.
Yeah, Johnny, you were asking about the hold-up earlier. I'll go back to you 1 second.
Well, Jared Clark out to Natsiopoulos, but in the end, it's a bit too heavy out there for Pacelli. Cross down to you.
Yeah, so the hold-up we had where he just had to go off and get a ground steward was because of the megaphone that the supporters had. It was interfering with game.
Yep.
So he asked them all to remove it, so they decided, okay, well, we'll just bang louder.
Well, adding a great atmosphere to the crowd. It's good to see the banging and the cheering. And they could be on the pitch one day here at Frank Mitchell Park. Before we know it, Mark, if we're still commentating in 15 years, they might be commentating with us.
I think I will be if we continue, that's for sure.
We're all still babies.
You lot are, I'm not.
I'll be 45. Jeez. I won't be getting up that scaffold, that's for sure. As this build up for Modbury Jets. Abdulli is sent in. Nothing too dangerous efforts in your LA2 handle.
They've been very reliable, Jamie, today. Whatever challenges they've sent to him, he's done really well with. Jared in the right spot again. They've done really well coming in as a 6. Pin and throw. They've taken up a lot of space in the middle. Been very hard for Modbury to break through. And as you saw as well with Andoni, they got the benefit of it. With him pressing high, getting his goal. So not a bad substitute from Adrian and his team. Oh.
Well, still kept in. To a Dowdy.
Yeah, Dowdy, he looks done. His calves are giving up on him. I think he's coming off.
It does look like it's Joku Wall who's gearing up to come on for his 6th appearance of the season.
Not doing anything yet. You should get Maxim over here running with Odozi for his mark. So he looks like he's struggling a bit.
Francesca. Orchard. Well, final 4 minutes plus any additional time left. Time sticking in favour of FK Belgrade, who are about to wrap up 3 points. Well, Belgrade currently 7th place at the moment in the live ladder. Puts him in good position as well. Only 5 points away from top of the table, Adelaide City. We currently sit there. Metro Stars get a win, they'll go up to 16, so put them about 7 points away from top spot. So if they win, however, early days, Beograd from 2nd to bottom. Now
that's a big chance coming here.
Giving themselves some great points. They needed.
Maxim.
Now they're going to try and get the sealer. And it's Woodlands. Puts in another great save there. And in the background, I think I see some fireworks going on. While we wait for this corner to be taken, Mark Talbot on the sideline. You saw those fireworks happening in the sidelines. I wasn't having an episode.
No, certainly saw the fireworks. We're just trying to find out now what's happening with O'Doherty here. I'm not sure.
It looks like he wants to come off.
Yeah, he just said that he's got nothing left effectively, but it'd be interesting to see if they can make that change or if they've used all their windows.
Oh, sent over the crossbar.
That is a big chance. Maxim. Should have done a lot
Well,
better
actually,
there. Oh my god.
You're actually right, Mark. They might have used all their windows, especially with that early one with Paul Wilson. Potentially. Maybe not. Caselli. Out to Stam.
Yeah, I think they've just pushed him up high now instead of using him as a fullback because he's going as high as possible to him. Yeah.
Natsiopoulos tries to stay on his feet. It's quickly retrieved on the other end. Detroyer. Jamison Urello does well with his claims it. He's on track to now get 2 clean sheets in a row, 1 in the cup, 1 in the league. In his first 3 games back as #1 choice here at Beograd this season. Stam. Calmly collects it. He's throwing. Well, that crowd there in the background look a bit subdued. Some Modbury Jets reserves, I'd say. They had a great game earlier as well. Scored 4 goals in that first half against FK Beograd. Well, 90 minutes is done. Any additional time? We have 3 in that first half, so you say about 4 you'd expect. Can Modbury Jets get a late one to try and bring a little bit of hope, glimmer of hope? Will it be FK Beograd to seal the deal?
Here we go.
Natsiopoulos is in. Can he do something here? Woodlands. Great thinking from the goalkeeper. Prevents it.
Look at the work rate from Andoni. That's unbelievable.
Well, there's 5 minutes of additional time. So, 1's down, 4 to go. Plenty of time for a late equaliser from Modbury Jets, but they want to get cracking if they do want to do that and add to those stats of late equalisers and late winners so far this season. It's across the face. And out of danger for the home side for the time being. Well, Signorello going to take the goal kick. Nyankuru trying to find him.
They got caught in each other's shoelaces.
Are they still tied up?
Yeah.
Looks like they're still tied up. Just off camera. Bit of a laugh there. But on the other end now, Modbury Jets are firing forward. It's Hamish McCabe. And they finished it off here. A great save from Signorello. He's really put himself on the line. And he's helped his side try and keep that clean sheet as well. Well, there. That's another one for save of the week, I'd reckon. Mark, on the sideline, would you agree?
Yeah, that's definitely in the save of the week category. But he's been excellent tonight. Everything that he's been asked to do, he's done, and he's done very well.
Out the back. Modbury Jets looking to try and push it forward again. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Can they do something here? But
a free kick here.
All they can do is maybe get a consolation goal now this time of the game. We've really enjoyed this football we've seen so far. There's been chances on either end. It's a free kick from Detroit. Not too much there.
Martin was coming on the outside.
Neil Kuru was there. It still falls to Stem. And it's Stem! And it's just gone out wide.
Another corner.
Oh, well, end-to-end stuff. 40 seconds remaining. And wowee. It's never ending on this game so far. The corner has been won. This game's not, it's almost done, but there's still a lot more to go as well. We've got a post-game show as well, so don't go anywhere as soon as this game finishes. Stick around for that post-game show. We'll chat, look at the game, the goals, and interviews as well. There's 5 minutes.
1 more minute.
Are done now. I'm sure that roar when they do finish this game coming from the stands going to be enormous. Clark, he plays it out. Spaselli, he's just really taking his time now to drown out that time clock. He's fighting it out in that corner. It will be a goal kick. It's about 20 seconds remaining. Well, can't wait to hear what Beograd have to say. We'll find out who Mark Talbot will have on that boundary as well for an interview. There's 2 seconds remaining to meet the 6 minute mark. I think he's going to let this play out. He will play the corner. So this could be the last play of the game for Modbury Jets. This is everything for Signorello to hold on to that clean sheet as well. It's taken quickly. Sent in the area again. Signorello comes in. There's a clearance. And there we have it. It's full time. FK Beograd on Anzac Day finish it off to win for 2-0 over the Modbury Jets. And what a game of football. Andoni Natiopoulos, the captain, scoring the second, but all came through. Anthony Trimboli, 37th minute to get the lead. An entertaining game of football here tonight. And the first goal scorer of the night, Anthony Trimboli, is down on the sideline with Mark Talbot.
Yeah, I've got the first goal scorer of the game, Anthony Trimboli, mate. How does it feel? Great result.
Yeah, no, fantastic result. Modbury are a tough team. I think coming back in some form as well, but for us, really important to just get some, obviously, consecutive wins on the board. And yeah, no, we're really happy with the result.
Massive shift from yourself as well, playing slightly out of position, not usually as an out-and-out striker. How's the change been for you?
I actually enjoy it. Like, I think a bit more central to the goal. I think get a bit more involved instead of sort of staying on the wing. So I've actually probably enjoyed the change, and I think I get to bring other players in a bit more and probably get a few more looks at goal myself. So I've enjoyed it.
Well, it's proven to be a good way, especially tonight, scoring the first one. How did it feel? Get that first one? And
yeah, no, it's good. I think for us, the important thing is scoring first. I think when we've done that, we've gone on to win most games. So yeah, getting the first one tonight, obviously always nice, and get my season account off to one as well. So
it's always a nice way to get one, especially in such a big game for you boys. That's put you up to, I think, roughly 7th now in the league. So massive 3 points.
Yeah, very tight on the table, isn't it? Like, you have one win, you're back in the 6th, still early. I don't think anyone's got too much of a run on the table. So for us, again, important to get another win, and yeah, on to, I think, comments next week, and yeah, build the rest of our season. So
I'll let you go. Enjoy the celebrations. Well done tonight. Great game. Back to you, boys.
Thanks for that, Mark. It's an absolute great guy there, Anthony Trimbola. See if you can get one more before we head to a quick short break. But well, that was a really good chat there. He's very excited with the win. They've obviously goes up to 7th now, and they can't drop any lower than 9th, which is probably a very, very big relief for them.
Yeah, it's very early in the season still. As you said, it's very tight. There's not a lot of points between top and bottom. So it's going to be a very exciting year. But yeah, after a very rough start to the season, started to get some points on the board, which is very important.
Well, if you can cast your mind back to many, many years ago, Mark Talbot was a great goalkeeper himself, and now he's joined with one that shines so bright here tonight.
Yeah, I'm with Jamie Signorello. Jamie, what a game, mate. So you got pulled into some hairy situations, some great saves, and mate, you come out with a clean sheet.
Yeah, look, really pleased. Haven't played a lot of football this season, so I was questioning my ability as well, my confidence, but I felt right at home with the boys. I felt I played really well, I was solid, and I was able to lead from the back and pull out some good saves and keep us in the game. So yeah,
clean sheet, always a good thing. You've come in with Dakota leaving. Did Adrian give you the confidence you needed to step in?
Yeah, look, he told me about the situation a couple of weeks ago just to get me mentally prepared. So I've done this for a couple of seasons now, so I know what I have to do and what I require. So I've got the experience. So yeah, I felt really confident with Adrian. I've got his backing and he believes in me. So yeah.
How did it feel? That second save right near the end, there was a really good save. You pushed it wide. The boys even said that's a save of the week contender. How did it feel when you saw that shot coming in? It was just get rid of it, because once you pushed it out, it was not just a save; it was a push away from anyone coming in.
Yeah. Look, when you make a lot of goalkeepers, when you make a save, you need to push it away from the danger zone. So it's easy just to make a save, but if it doesn't go the right place, it falls into the path of the attacker, then it can be like the blame's on you. So you need to push it wide, and I felt like I was able to get a good hand on that, which helped me get it quite wide and clear it away from me.
All right, I'm going to let you go celebrate. Top game, well done, and great. Congrats on the clean sheet.
Thank you.
Back to you, boys.
His second clean sheet in a row after 3 games as number 1. He'll be very chuffed with that, won't he? And actually, like he's mentioned, great for his confidence.
Yeah, as you said, Dakota was a good goalie. And coming in from one day to another, he's done really well, 2 clean sheets in a row. And he lacks confidence. He will take heaps out of this game.
Yep. Well, Michael, thank you for joining me tonight in commentary. That was an absolute pleasure having you on board, and it's your second as well, back to back actually.
Yeah.
Both games you've been in commentary. Signorello's had a clean sheet, so maybe you might have to come back next week.
We'll see.
We'll see. That might be the reason. But well, that was a fantastic first half. Don't go anywhere though. Michael, thank you for joining us. That's your night done. You can have your kebabs, and we're back on the other side with the post-game show.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts, and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Labasso. A nice run forward, only him and Bartuli, and just couldn't quite get there.
What's the save?
Wins the corner though, but Bartuli. Busasa sends it into the area, and it's Vaughan. Leaps in and tips it over the crossbar, and if he did not, that was going to rock that net.
Those lines of Tavares. Head in turn, cuts it for Voigt. Voigt with the touch inside, hits it, and that's a great save from Delingus.
Jason Konstantinopoulos one-on-one with Lazeka. Christian Konstantinopoulos with a shot. Late tackle maybe, but great save there from Barbaro. One final chance for Blue Eagles. It's a good ball in. It's got a flick. It's got a second one, but that's an unbelievable save from Sebastian Matosevic. We said Oscar Moore's man of the match, but he's kept 2 goals now that were clearly going in the back of the net.
His mates were unbelievable.
Well, what a game of football that was. Jamison Urello, well, there's going to be a save of the week there for sure. And, well, what a game of football it's been. And it hasn't rained. Rained.
It tried to in that second half. It stayed away, but it was an absolute cracking game. Modbury, we thought they'd come back in that second half, just couldn't get the final touches.
Well, Modbury now have gone from bad to worse. They've got players coming back in now. They've got a goal and they've got to worry about now with the injury potentially. We don't know how bad it's going to be, but players coming back from injury now, so they've got to take a little bit of time to settle back into the squad. But tonight wasn't a great sign for them. They actually had some good signs, but overall the result for them is going to hurt them a little bit.
Yeah, the result's going to hurt them, but they had some great signs. They were the better side before that second goal was scored for FK Beograd by Andoni Natsiopoulos, but they're just going to need some match fitness. They've got a bit of work to do, and I was chatting with the trainer at half-time when she came back out for Modbury. She said that it's the injury's not as bad as what they first thought, which is great news. So hopefully it isn't, and obviously till they get their scans. But at this stage, it's not as bad as they thought.
That's a good sign. We like that to hear that on in this instance, and well, it's the game overall has been a very, very good one to watch on both their ends. Very positive for FK Beograd. They've had a little bit of a slow start at the start. They were worried about the way they were positioning going into this game, being second to bottom. A loss tonight would have been devastating for them. But a win like this, we know, I reckon last time I drove past here at 1 a.m, I don't know why I was out so late, but drove past here at 1 a.m, they were still celebrating after Anzac Day, and that was a draw. Yeah. So tonight's a win. I can just imagine tomorrow's a Saturday. They're going to be here till 2 a.m, I reckon.
If not later, that's for sure, or early morning. But yeah, look, from a footballing point of view, the result's massive for them. That 3 points is huge, and it does put them right up on the table. And you did mention in the game that Campbelltown and Para Hills are still to play. They play against each other tomorrow. So that it could have a massive bearing with a result that goes the right way for FK Beograd there. That who knows what could happen there.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. I know it's still early days, but this is where it all plays out now, because we're now in the seventh round. We've got 3 more rounds to go before you've played every team, and then it's back to the drawing board again. You're back to your first team and back at it again. So then that's where it all goes. So you need those points right now, and tonight I know Adrian Deloya would be very, very chuffed to have the 3 points at home in front of this big crowd. So let's hope they come out, because that actually, how loud were they tonight? That was incredible to watch.
They were. The crowd was fantastic. We had juniors sitting in the trees behind the goals.
Yes.
And as Michael Jacobson said, he knew some of them from his under-13s. The crowd actually riled up even louder when they got told they weren't allowed to use the microphone, so they got louder. And that's what you want from local football. Yeah. It was just fantastic. It added to the atmosphere. The fact that FK Beograd got the 2-0 win.
Yeah.
Wow.
And one thing you can't add as well, because we're in a unique position here. You've got a footpath right there. So people walking their dogs, walking their kids along the street. And at one point, I reckon half of that fencing was full of people just walking their dogs and go, actually, there's a football game on. Let's watch it.
Yeah, well, that's it, because they've only got a see-through fence, so obviously people can just stand that side. And there was certainly people just stopping and watching, which is hopefully next time they actually come in, and then they can experience the food, experience the atmosphere, and enjoy the football at the same time.
Exactly. Talking about food, I'm starving, so I hope they got those kebabs and chicken wings waiting for me, because I'm starving. Well, what a game of football it's been. There's been a lot of fouls in today's game. We saw that. Baselli on the end of him, a lot of them. So, and well, he's a key player on this side, isn't he? He scored 2 goals this season so far. Nothing in tonight's game, but he's really having a big impact in Belgrade this season.
He certainly is, and it's not just his goals that he's contributing, it's his whole round game that he plays, especially on the wing. He actually is more of a 10. He normally sits further inside, but what he's able to bring to the side is not just goals and assists, it's his all-round gameplay, and he just combines so well with Trimmers up top. He combines well with, it doesn't matter who it is, he combines really well with those players, and it just adds the experience of him playing overseas, in America. It just adds so much to that side. And they're missing one of their other imports in Koike, who's due to come back. He was on the bench tonight. He didn't get on, but when he's come back, we saw him last year. And what a phenomenal player he is as well.
Well, it will be a great inclusion as well. They're just really shining tonight. Even Jarrod Clark, when he came off the bench, he just added something different to what I saw last year as well.
He was fantastic in that holding role. He was actually, the second goal come from his hard work in the middle of the park, and he just brings that to the experience, and he brings that sort of dog to the fight.
Yeah, it's good to see. And on the other end as well, Modbury Jets obviously didn't get any goals tonight, but they had a few chances. Hamish McCabe, he's back in the squad. He's been out. It's only his third game of the season, and that shows what the results haven't been good. And McCabe's been out for 4 of those games, so that really shows that when he's not there, they struggle. And not just him, but they've had other injuries as well. So he was a bit rusty in some stages, but when he did have the opportunity as well, you could see how good he was, and how much and how important he is for this side as well.
He's a leader. He's goal scorer for them. Yeah, you could see tonight that he was lacking a little bit of that sharpness. It's his first start in a number of weeks, and you could see that. But you know what? When he starts firing again and starts putting the ball in the back of the net, Modbury will be a team to watch out for.
Yes,
that's for sure.
They will be. So no matter they got no 3 goals, no matter they didn't get the 3 points tonight, but they'll be firing next week, because they're a team that don't like to lose and go down like this. So. But a game of football tonight. We've really enjoyed it. Adelaide City, 2-1 win today against Croydon. So well done to them in the RA NPLSA. And we love this football, don't we? We've still got more games to go as well.
There's still more games to go. If you get the chance, get out to tomorrow. It's Saturday, so there's games all afternoon. WSL, there's WNPL, there's State League 1, State League 2. So if you can get out to any of them, highly recommend it.
Definitely. So, and if you can, I can highly recommend the food. Just hit me up, because I'll tell you where to go. Because there's well, actually, the rolls down at Adelaide City today, that would have been immense, because I've had them down there. Actually, the souvlaki at West Adelaide, top notch. They've come in firing with their new venue. So Kilburn, souvlaki, football. Forgot about that part. Football is great, and the shababs here, great as well. Actually, the seafood last night I had at Raiders.
Did see that?
It's a special one. It's only on a Friday night, but they moved it. They moved it, so I could go last night.
No,
but
fair enough.
Hey, it's football, it's food, it's fantastic. It's what we love, and it's Friday night because we thank you for joining us tonight. Big game, big occasion. It's Anzac Day. Great to commemorate it today, and they did it a fantastic way as well. FK Beograd have put on a spectacular night, and thank you for them for putting on this big broadcast as well, because they helped us get it over the line here tonight to just really showcase this event and what they've done, and they do a great job. And also there was an MC here tonight as well. Angus, he did a really good job. I heard him over the brand new speakers as well.
Brand new speaker set up.
He broke him in.
Yeah, and that's it. The 3 years. This is their third year doing such a good show on the on Anzac Day, and I hope at Longmat continue at such a great place, great venue for it. I hope they just keep doing it each year.
Absolutely, and a big shout out to our team as well. They do a great job behind the scenes. I love them. They're great people, and one man's in our ear as well, Jaden Betterman. He's a great guy. He's always on the park as a referee. He does everything.
He does everything. That's it.
We better wrap it up. He's getting us to wrap it up. All right. We can't talk about him anyway. But anyway, let's go, because this kid's about to run past us as well. That's a great call to go to the end of the show. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Rug up. I don't know, eat a chabab if you've got one in handy. If not, there might be a couple in there. We're on a great night, and thank you to FK Beograd for hosting us here this evening. A great day here for Anzac Day football. FK Beograd got the job done over Modbury Jets 2-0. Mark Talbot, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Mark Talbot, Johnny Keko, have a great night, and we'll see you all tomorrow actually, for more NPL football right here on FSA Leagues.